chance that she left and then broke in with Theo, but
yeah,
they were
that's
just
true.
chatting in a corner. I have no idea where the fuck she went.
Yeah, I think it's once you check out, you're on that list. So I think she probably jumped in with them.
No, I've just checked Theo's radio. He's not on an active channel, so can't help with that.
Yeah.
Be able to know if she broke in, whether the local DOC or if she has her possessions as well. But we need to fucking find her. Honestly, I'm gonna go drive to MRPD and get the helicopter because.
I'm already in my car. I'm gonna go grab it.
Sure, yeah, if you want to go get it.
I'm gonna try calling her because if she's got a phone, then she's got out of prison already.
Rupert, I'm gonna go to MRPD to get Air 1.
Again, I can't hear you over the sound of those two idiots.
That's exactly where I found them, Charlie, behind that gas tank.
Say that again, sorry.
But that's exactly where I found them, behind this
Oh,
gas
I
tank
see,
right behind
okay.
Hey, Rupert, go and throw a report up for this and start.
On it, I'm already on it, sir.
Margot's not picking up, so she might not have left prison.
I'm gonna recheck everything we just checked. I'm gonna check 7 again.
Yeah, I'm going back to visitation.
Don't worry about the outside, Charlie. Just check places they could be inside since we're grabbing Air 1.
I'll copy that.
Visitation's clear.
Oh, that's what you said. Oh shit. It's that officer.
Oi, donkeys, why did Margot come back into prison with you? Hey.
Margot, who's that? Donkey.
Give Margot, why would she come back into prison?
Looking clear so
Pumpkin, is that who you mean, Pumpkin?
Yes, Pumpkin, yeah. Why would Pumpkin come back into prison? Why would she break back into prison?
Anything out of me unless you ask nicely.
Mr. Bridges, sir. It's very nice to see you again.
I'm
just wondering why Pumpkin, aka Margot, would break back into prison.
She asked really politely. And to be honest, we didn't really break in. We fell from the sky. I think we might have
we
been
definitely
high.
broke in, 100%.
No, you did.
Yeah, I was driving the vehicle, yes. Was I the mastermind? Potentially. Was I doing it to gain favor with myself? No. Was I doing it to feel young again? Definitely.
But why would Margot come back into prison? I don't get it.
We fell from the sky because we were high.
Officer, I'm going to ask you one simple question. Have you ever met Margot?
Okay, that's a good point.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's your answer.
Again.
Where is she?
Okay, based on, I just asked the two numbnuts that broke in here, it sounds like Margot came with them into prison, but it's not 100% confirmed.
Yeah, everyone's schooling up now.
I hate this fucking place. It's too big. There's so many places to hide.
I was thinking the same thing.
303 transition to call sign SBS1.
What does that stand for, Jimbo?
It's for Savior British Suitcase.
That's for succulent ball syndrome.
Nice.
Is that problem?
Jimbo has that.
Let's keep it RTO, guys.
Richard's a married man.
Thank you, Jim.
James now. It's James now. Checking the hole outside.
You won't get anything else out of us, mindfucker.
No. Yeah,
I'm not a mindfucker. Mr. Dark, sir.
No, you're right.
Yeah, sure.
Breaking into a prison, would that be felony,
We got
felony
Big
trespass?
Viper named Big L. Black
Yes,
hair.
there'll be
She's
one of
in,
them, but there might be a
She's
prison
in
directly
5 to
related
7
charge.
right now. She just woke up.
Everyone's
FYI.
overhead.
Let's
I
have a
looked.
look.
I looked at prison. I couldn't see
Charlie,
anything
if you want
specific.
to tell her, she's good to just.
I looked at break. There's prison break with that specific image is breaking someone out.
Okay.
There's no evidence. We can't articulate they've done that.
There is the felony
Somebody at the back holding a
Cell
bag.
block
thing.
4. Veteran says
Felony
cell block
authority,
4.
felony offences.
Yes.
Just like Lily.
Yes, and then it'd be felony obstruction, right? But it's not a violent felony.
No, it'd be felony.
Yeah, she's
Oh, you're-
laying on top
let's
of
have
her.
it.
We got her. Right under Air 1.
Which says other sundry crimes. It just says that. Oh yeah, I guess the violent felony part.
You guys found
Yeah,
her?
it wouldn't be that then. It would just be
Right under R1.
I'm running.
Felony trespass, yes?
Cassie,
felony
talking to someone?
trespassing. Yeah, I mean you could argue like reckless endangerment
Yeah,
for the
you're
driving a bloody car and possibly hitting prisoners inside. You know what I mean?
Leg.
Yeah, Mr. Bridges already said he was the driver. We've got spontaneous utterance here, haven't we?
Let us get away.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's uttered that, so I can do him for reckless
Top of
endangerment.
what?
Right under Air 1.
Well, were they not
Roof
Miranda?
or-
That
She's on the roof. She's on the
No,
conveyor.
I'm about to do it.
Oh man, what'd you say?
yeah,
To do it now.
do that. Yeah.
It's flipping over.
It is under the issue this time, okay? You have the right to-
Oh, be quiet.
I only follow the rush of sharks.
She's
Go
up
on.
now. She's running.
She's running.
Cassie, quit dicking around with that guy.
Cassie, she's running.
Cassie, Charlie needs support.
She's running towards
I
you, Cassidy.
understand.
Sorry, I find it really
You just
difficult
deputize that
to
lifer?
you know. Yep.
We gotta be on their good side. They might.
He had a
give us
box. I didn't know what it was. I had to check him.
You're bartering for the box?
No, I didn't know if he had like a. There was a
Give us
car on the
good box.
outside. I didn't know if he was
195.
handing him some like bombs or something. I was checking.
Good shit, we got all three.
95.
They
Where's everybody
Mirandized
else?
you. Don't matter if
And the front airlock.
you can very clearly speak English as long as, you know, they have said it in your presence.
Damn, dude.
And your
We
conscience.
really could have used Air 1 earlier, huh?
Sorry, officer.
Yeah, it
yes,
was like an Air 1 shows
I
up fucking 10
understand it
seconds
right.
What do they have on them?
Knives.
Okay,
By
you
the way, the
can
person I was
probably
talking to is
charge them
Bruce
with
Willis.
introducing
He's a lifer.
contraband as
I
well.
just
I
told
would
him to hang
like
out in the
to
cabin.
describe the law of World of Warcraft.
Because it just says it is unlawful to introduce contraband into or upon the grounds of Bolingbroke Penitentiary.
Yeah, like that. Yeah,
don't
good.
say that that's him.
It wouldn't be
So-
one count per item, would it?
So
No,
not-
it
probably
doesn't say
not.
that.
Nah,
The
I'd
act
probably
of
just
doing,
do.
right? That's the act of, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd just do felony trespassing,
Yeah, he
introducing
put a hit out on
contraband,
me because I
and
thought he was
then
Bruce
if you
Willis
want
from the
to,
movie, so I called
you
him
know,
one day.
hit him
I'm
with a
like,
book,
"Listen,
I'd go
Miguel,
for
I'm a big
reckless,
fan." And he was like,
That
My name's
guy.
Willie.
probably reckless
Reckless
endangerment
endangerment.
for whoever's driving. Yeah.
Then what accomplice would be
He's a lifer, how does he do that?
the passengers, or can you
More
not
got
articulate
arrested,
that?
and then he asked
Is there
to kill
passengers
me,
in a speeding
and a
vehicle?
lot more did it.
I'd probably leave that up to you,
Shit.
whatever you think you're comfortable with.
DJ.
I don't know. I think it'd be difficult to argue accomplice of like a driving related charge. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 10-4, because there's a driver. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, that makes sense.
Richard, Richard, you're getting
Hello?
raptured. Don't panic and just accept it.
Okay.
It's 709.
Wait,
Do we have
whose name's
the
Richard
final, suspect?
You're not
Looks
being,
like Lily
you're not
Knight's
being
guy.
raptured. I'm so sorry.
I'm being raptured there.
Please, Jimbo,
Yeah,
wait.
the spotlight of God was on you. I thought you were getting raptured.
Sorry, can I get a 10-9 on that? My radio was turned down
Yeah.
because these two idiots next to me are so
I'm
loud.
Theo. Yep.
Looks like Lily Knight Scott.
Oh,
We'll
dear.
need to confirm.
You did
Officer!
this. You killed him. I'm gonna be a witness at his murder trial. Oh, he's
That's
alive.
probably Margot. She got one arm.
Oh, that's
Margot's currently cosplaying as Lily.
no. Amish are the ones that they build those
Copy that.
cars.
The two lifers in the cafeteria, I told them not to come near visitation or the airlock, but they're free to go back into the prison.
No, she doesn't even
Copy that. Just for charges for these guys, it's going to be felony trespassing. If they had anything on them that fits the charge, then introducing contraband into a government facility. And then
Capone,
if... I think that does count as contraband.
Yeah, affirm.
And then...
Mr. Bridges is meant to be the driver, so I was looking at reckless endangerment as the driver.
Which, so, there's 395s, seems like 2 of them, which one do you not have, or which one should I take?
If you could take the female, please.
I am not.
That's what I thought. They don't look like they're all using technology right now.
Has the vehicle been processed already, Jimbo?
Here, I'll be back.
10-4 documented. It needs to be
Perfect.
marked for impaired, please.
It's going to have to be somebody else. They don't like them all.
Shit. Where is it?
Yeah, I got them.
Why am I going to get it back here? Oh no.
Defo.
That's basically it.
That's
That's always
Jimbo.
committing crimes on felony. Actually, you
The
gotta
thing
see.
about that, it's got to be violent. There's no evidence for violent felonies.
Yeah, that's what
you
I-
can hit that.
Yeah, if it doesn't fit, it doesn't. I've only
Yeah.
used it one time, actually.
Okay, Lily Fumble has the worst picture ever. This is the first time I've ever met her. Is that her?
No, that's-
Because
no,
her
this is-
profile pictures suck.
This is Margot. I think fingerprint her anyway, but Margot was dressed up as Lily earlier. And it's
Got a
Margot's car,
fingerprint
too.
Machine on you, someone.
No,
Just
leave-
send it over, please.
If you'll transport to, I saw we could only fingerprint inside a PD. We if you take them all to BCSO, sir, I'm more than happy to process all 3. I don't mind.
I mean,
You're
we
not
can-
processing all fucking.
We're not gonna go back to police station and process them to take them to prison. Like, am I wrong?
No, I mean they might have a fingerprint scanner in the.
Yeah,
we'll have to
that's-
go bring them
You
inside.
probably have
yeah.
one in your car, right, Cassidy?
No, they'll have one in the prison. They'll have one here. We'll go to visitation.
God damn it.
Oh my god.
I was driving the car around. and
They've
then I
look at
found
these
out.
fucking new skins for Marvel rifles, dude. I'm distracted, but I don't care.
She was gonna beat
Dude,
me
it's
down
the
if I
Moon
ran.
Knight
And then I
skin
stopped her and he beat me down anyway.
from the TV show. It's
He's right, no,
beautiful.
He is right. He was mid-swing, and I would never want to stop a man midstream.
The moon.
Painful. Once you're midstream or mid-swing, you got to keep following him.
Margot, you, have
Thievery.
That guy's still in the car!
you been Miranda's yet, Margot?
Yeah, I'm Lily.
No, you're not. Okay, come
I'm
with me.
Lily Fumbles. Yeah. Help, help,
But you
help,
have the
help.
right to remain silent. If you do us again, and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to attorney. If you cannot afford one, will be pointed by a state if available. You understand that these rights as I've read them to you.
Yes, you already told me that stuff. I'm Lily.
Okay, I'm just-
and
I'm
also,
just-
you can't silence me.
Okay, listen, Margot. If you carry on, you're gonna get impersonation charges.
What?
Impersonation.
No.
Impersonation. Identity theft is a real crime.
Yeah, and I'm really good at it. I've been doing this shit for years.
Okay, listen. You gotta tell us who you are right now, or you're gonna get impersonation.
Oh, what have they done to me, TJ? What have they bloody done?
I'm gonna
Zebra.
figure it out.
I'm British.
You're who?
Zebra?
Oh, what have they done?
Yeah, I got
I know-
my ID in my pocket.
I know who Zebra is.
Yeah, you're not a
that's not
zebra. Oh my god. Well, that's a
Okay.
crime. You just committed a
Yeah.
crime.
Let me grab that
Dad,
ID.
The Russian gave it to
Oh,
me.
you turned a TJ Australian. What have you bloody
Have you
done?
found
The
zebra
Russians are
yet?
taking over. Yeah. Well, his gang members did. We did a lot of. We didn't do a lot of. No, we helped.
This is
Hmm.
this is
Interesting.
He's alive.
What is whale shit?
All right. Well,
the fact that
Margot,
I've
you
got-
can't keep impersonating people. You know that, right?
I'm gonna charge it with her. Like, I'm gonna charge her with it.
You do that, Charlie. See, you get more time in prison. You even got out of prison. Why are you coming back?
Well, because we wanted to hang out with my friend who's a lifer, and he's so lonely. So I said, we'll hang out with him, and we're good people. So, plus I brought him business cards.
Have you thought about using the visitation?
Sir, I don't associate.
Yeah, it's just not the same experience, you know?
Car, Rupert.
I see.
I did break into the prison.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going with felony trespassing.
Officer, please be
Wait.
be honest with me
Question.
right now. Did he even call that in?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the second time that I've been arrested for going to prison. So So if I'm not supposed to be in prison so much, then why don't you guys just let us out if you don't want us here? And you just keep me in prison for longer. I'm not supposed to be here.
Yes, when you put it like that.
That makes literally no sense.
Oh my
What the
god.
fuck?
Was that huge shadow?
What the fuck just happened?
The guy's Bongo just parachuted in.
Bongo!
Hey, Bongo!
Bongo!
Yeah!
What up, Bongo?
What's up, Bongo, buddy?
Hell yeah. Bongo, you got a
Hey, that dog
mask?
shit out. Howdy, Bongo.
Hell
Pretty
yeah,
does.
Bongo.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Bongo.
We're on channel 15,
So you guys
Bongo.
were right. You
My man.
guys
Yeah, I'll
weren't
tell you
wrong.
everything.
You didn't see
Oh, sorry, I need to... Nice to see you.
saw a dog.
Good boy. Yeah, good
Bongo,
boy.
This is Margot. She wanted to see you.
Aw, Bungo's so cool. Look at him. You wanna come
Well, I'll tell Bongo to come over here once he's done saying hi.
He's a good boy.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
He wants to be a street dog with me.
Oh,
He,
he does
Oh,
not.
no,
detects
he definitely
the...
does not.
He detects the violence on you, Margot.
I'm not violent.
What about all those people you chopped their arms off and lobotomized, huh?
See, you're lying. See, he's lying.
That
That
guy's
never happened.
parachuted in.
I've never heard of that.
What'd you say?
He's such a good
Did Dark say someone
boy.
parachuted in?
Yeah, Bongo.
I love him. Can I
Oh,
keep
shit.
him, please?
No, you can't keep him. You're not a trustworthy
Bongo parachuted in.
animal owner.
Well, yes, I am. What do you mean?
I'm gonna do
All right.
something.
I mean,
Ma'am, I need to
but
take
we
you
can
to
get these guys
you
processed
inside
and
the
stuff. I mean,
prison.
we're already here.
Okay.
We should
Yeah.
just get it done.
All right, let's
I'm
go.
in
Just brought them
prison.
here, right?
Yeah, let's say goodbye to
Yeah,
Bungo.
as long as you know who they are.
Aw.
Charlie got the fingerprint scanner from the prison. If you want to grab that from her, just so you guys can make sure.
Oh my god.
Am
feel
I
like
missing
I'm
anything on my charges,
so
guys?
cool.
I'm
You're
so
gonna be
cute.
sending her in.
Oh my god, look at the classes. Look at the classes.
Bongo. What's up, buddy?
Charlie, did you charge her with introducing contraband as
I
well?
can't see the charges,
I
but
did.
like I said, it should just
Hold
be
on.
felony trespassing and introducing
Hold on.
contraband if
Hey,
you have
what,
any of that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think I'm good. I got the introducing and felony trespassing plus the impersonation.
Okay. Good shit, Charlie. Thank you. You were going like after no hand on it. Dude, I really want to play it, but my PC isn't good enough, man. I haven't got the requirements. I don't hit the requirements. I mean, if it's on Game Pass, I can maybe download it and give it a go. Like off stream and test it.
Oh my god, that's so smart. Bongo, you're
I
so
liked your-
smart
I liked
and
your
handsome.
entrance, dog. I liked your entrance. It's pretty cool. That's what happened to us. We fell from
Don't
the
say-
sky too.
Would you like it if I just said, I liked your entrance, human?
Mr. Bridges, I need to have a...
I forgot what the dog's name was.
Mr. Bridges, would you like a lawyer or anything at all?
No.
Okay, lovely.
I'm
Okay, just get your
very
fingerprint checked.
guilty.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, oh my god, that is the most aggressive way I've ever
Yeah,
had my
I'm trying to
finger.
I'm just trying to pull this fingerprint machine out. It just makes me angry sometimes.
He's got your fingerprints on his knee.
Officer Dark, you heard him say he was trying to finger me, right?
I did hear that, yeah.
I heard it as well.
That's a God King director.
What the fuck? You
Dick
can't just
Dark to
grab
you,
my
sir.
finger without asking. You
God
broke
King
my
Director?
finger.
I
Yes,
believe it.
Yes, I
He was
can. Yes, I can.
Very
You
polite.
just fucking hurt my finger without saying anything.
Okay, I didn't hurt your finger. All right, I just calmly pressed
Are we
the
reducing
thing up
time or
against-
anything, guys, or
He's only got
'cause
5
she's
of
going
those
to
left.
75? Just checking.
You can give time
Yeah,
off.
4
sir,
actually.
If it
I-
bleeds,
4
it's up
fingers,
to
yeah.
you. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I'll
Mr.
take
Bridges,
the
okay,
back
your charges are as
picture.
follows, okay? Felony
of course.
trespassing, introducing contraband into a government facility, and reckless endangerment as the missing of the driver. Any plea?
Daughter.
Aye,
I actually think it would be funny to do a
Another
bench trial,
day.
but
Another numbnut in prison.
So they fell in.
Alright.
They didn't fall in, they drove in. They came to speak to their friend.
How did they drive in?
I don't know, off the mountain.
They ramped it?
Yeah, they ramped it in, yeah.
Fucking psychos.
They come speak to Bruce Willis and give him a
Can I-
business card because he was lonely.
Bruce Willis has a phone.
Yeah, but they wanted to hang out with him, of course.
Oh.
Because visitation's not good enough. They wanted to come, you know. Then they called the police on themselves. I don't get it.
I think he said he got bored. Yeah. I think he said he got bored being stuck in here.
Like a reverse 10 board there.
Yeah. So what's up, Dark?
Oh god, it's been a rough month, man.
Sure.
Yeah. What about you?
Things are okay. I can't really complain, you know. Things are fine. But yeah.
You got anything you
There's some
need to
things
tell
I
me?
don't like, but what?
You got anything you need to tell me?
Well, I was gonna talk to. I put my name forward for the director position.
Hey, Bungo, you're
It's really
good
interesting.
dog.
Well, it's my name forward to talk about it. I didn't say I wanted
He
the job.
does. All right, do I need to write a statement in this or?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, just some short.
No, you wanna be
Split
my
guilty,
boss. That's
though.
it, huh?
No,
Just admit it,
not really.
Cassidy.
Yeah,
If
but
I
the other
was,
two plead
well,
guilty?
I don't know.
Yeah,
There's
they
things
did.
that I want to know about it,
probably
right?
still
Because
plead guilty,
there's
so.
only certain ways that I would want that job.
What do you want to know?
Well, let's talk about it. Let's go have a conversation out of here.
Have you guys took evidence of that 911 call, or do you want me to do it, Jimbo?
Sorry, I've got it. I haven't quite finished up my statement yet. I'll finalize it all.
You take your time, sir.
Alrighty, I will put my statement in a minute. Where do you want to meet, Dark?
Let's just go outside.
All right.
He wasn't gonna bring it up.
Fuck out of here.
Can you drive while I do my finish report? 2 seconds.
You gotta
I'm
jump.
almost done.
You gotta
Where you
jump.
going, Bongo? You going with Jimbo?
Who's Jimbo?
Sorry, James.
He changed his name?
Me and Dark are gonna have a conversation. If I don't know if you want to listen to that, it's up to
Director Bongo would be amazing.
you. Why are you shutting it on me, man?
Oh god, Bongo, you okay? Bongo! Oh. He's good.
Jay chilling.
Come on then.
What?
I wanna hear the reason for the betrayal, Cassidy.
Wait, what's the betrayal?
You wanna be my boss, so you're applying for the position.
Well, I don't want. It's not because I want to be your boss. And if I'm being totally honest, depending on what I'm allowed to do, you would be in charge of something.
And for all this
Well, like,
God
I mean,
King
that's-
Dog, all this, all for nothing, huh? It's always been snake tongue.
No, it hasn't been. Honestly, I thought you
Judas,
didn't want it.
Judas.
I'm not Judas. Listen, Dark. Honestly, if they said, if they gave me the choice between me and you, I would tell them to pick you.
What do you want to know about the job? What are you going to ask?
What I can change.
Okay, what are you looking for?
If I was given director, how much authority would I have to be able to turn it into what I want it to be?
What
Or
do you
am
want
I?
it to
Is it
be?
just going to be more of the status quo, how it is now?
What do you want it to be?
Well, either you're going to hate this or you're going to love this. I think the marshals should be two different things: a patrol
Troopers.
side and
Yep.
an investigative side. They are based on the legislation. They are allowed to do basically whatever the fuck they want. They just don't. They could patrol if they wanted to. Obviously, some things need to change. Like if they were patrolling, there would need to be a livery, yada yada. A lot of stuff would need to be done, but I think there should be two different things. I just as a placeholder, we'll call it troopers and marshals. Obviously, I'm not sticking with that, but a patrol side
Sorry.
and an investigative side that deals with the stuff that has been happening now. Also, with maybe, depending on what is allowed and what even the PDs want, but more of the IA overlook of how they used to be on the marshal's end again.
It's crazy.
Like I said, they would be very distinct things. If you were a marshal, you were doing investigation and IA shit, maybe. Again, I haven't thought it all out. I need to talk and have like a real conversation. But I have some ideas. You know, I built the BCSO from the bottom. You know, I feel like with Bones, I feel like I have a good head on my shoulders when it comes to that kind of thing and getting things up and running. I don't have any problem with that.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know what's allowed. And I don't, you know, maybe people in the marshals now, including yourself, wouldn't like my idea, and it wouldn't be a fucking thing that you guys would be receptive to either. So that's why I've been hesitant. But the reason I reached out to Weiss was because I didn't know how fast this was going to move, and I wanted to at least not be completely out of the running, just in case it was something I decided on.
Okay. All right. Well, I got a question. And
Yeah.
It might be pretty vague, but why?
Honestly, I love the BCSO. I think it's fantastic. I think the people in there are amazing. I couldn't ask for better people within the department, but there's certain things I don't like. I feel like I've been toned out a bit as the undersheriff. I feel like a lot of shit is not brought to me. Certain things are run a way that I'm not necessarily happy with, and I don't really have a say anymore. Well, I mean, I have a say, but it seems like it's not really, I don't know. My say meant a lot to Bones, right? If I said I didn't want to do something,
Mhm.
Bones was very receptive and was like, okay, maybe we shouldn't do it then. If I do that now, it's, well, we're going to try it out anyway and see how it goes. And I'm like, well, I think that's fucking stupid. And it's a lot of that. And I'm not saying that I think anyone's doing a bad job. I think everybody's honestly doing an excellent job. I think everybody's great. Just a little bit different than what my vision in Bones's was from the start. And I don't know. I like trying new things too. And honestly, I don't take positions without giving it full effort either. I would put 100% into the director position, and yeah, I mean,
I don't
I
doubt
feel
it.
like I could do it too. So I don't know. I like doing different things. I don't know. It's interesting.
I mean, if I'm being honest, it sounds like you're looking for a new flavor of cereal to try this week. Which, don't get me wrong, if this was, you know, SDSO or PBSO, I wouldn't really mind, but I think I don't disagree that you'd be able to do a good job, but personally, and I'm not putting my name in the hat, but personally, I think the person who needs to be director needs to be someone who follows the same vision for what the marshal is supposed to be, which is the oversight stuff. And if the director isn't coming in with that's their goal, is like accountability and stuff, I don't think it's going to go well.
Yeah,
And
I mean, I can see that.
yeah,
I mean, I get what you're saying. It's not. I promise you, it's not a flavor of the month thing. This is something me and Bones has talked about extensively for a very long time. Honestly, I probably like I don't even know. Months and months. You know, Bones that was something he was gonna do, but he doesn't know if he had time. It's really not like I'm a little unhappy and I'm trying to find something new. It's something I genuinely believe I can and want to do. And like I said, I have a lot of ideas. There are things that me and Bones talked about for a long time. I do think that what the marshals were intended to be is extremely important, and that is the main foundation of it, right? And that needs to be continued. Which is why, like I said, I wanted to do two separate things. My ideas were, you know, a patrol unit and that side as well, which would be investigative and overhead. And I mean, I would put you. I mean, obviously, if I got it, I would put you in charge of the marshal side if that's something you wanted.
I just like the conversation about patrol and like a patrol division or just more patrol from the marshals. That kind of thing has been brought up a lot before, but I think oftentimes the kind of question has been like why is that needed? Like why do we need another patrol division in the state when what would make it necessary in comparison to just LSPD or BCSO?
What would make it necessary? I mean,
Yeah.
Technically, according to legislation, they are the ultimate law enforcement authority, right?
Yeah, that doesn't mean it's necessary though.
Well, I mean, I don't even think I don't think the LSPD is necessary or the BCSO is even necessary if we're being honest. Like, I think one department would be able to handle all of everything. If we're being real, I don't think it's technically something that's needed. But I don't see why it would hurt. I also don't, in my opinion, it wouldn't be something that would be like it wouldn't be like another police department where we just start hiring people. It would very much be people with experience for the patrol portion. It would be a very select, short list of people that would be allowed to do it.
Yeah, but what kind of people then? Well, give me some examples of people you would hire for that part.
I don't know. I haven't really thought. Bones for one. Obviously, that's a given.
Right.
Bones. Yeah. Just people with experience that I can trust and that I really feel like would have overlook and like.
Who else? Give me. I want to know example because I'm not taking Bones as an example because you and him are like joined at the hip. But.
Somebody like King was somebody I would like.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I gotta think.
Can I Bongo? I think Bongo wants to be hired.
Bongo, yeah, Bongo, of course. Nakota is somebody that I think would be great. Viv, I think, was somebody that could do that well. A lot of these people I don't even think would take it, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I don't know. I'd actually have to have a list and think about it a little more because I haven't really thought about the names. And then I'd also want to hear why they want to do it as well. I think that's also massively important. It's not just like, hey, yo, you used to be command member, you want to join this department. Like, it's not going to be like that. They have to have a reason. Somebody like Barrick, even, like, he would, if that's something he wanted to do, like, that's somebody I would consider as well. Like, people like that.
I mean, yeah, it does sound like the troopers. Okay. I mean, yeah, I think my question still comes to the point of, why do we need it? Because
I think having people out there is also a good thing, especially if they're going to be an overlook department. Obviously, the patrol unit wouldn't be the people. It would be the other department or the other unit, the marshals portion. But I think having people out there is important as well, especially if it's overhead. I mean, there also would be overhead for scenes as well, right? I wouldn't want them interfering with everything or anything if they didn't have to. But if I have like a select few people that can take over any scene if shit gets shitty, that would be fantastic.
I can tell you that it will get messy. I think it will get messy very quickly. I mean, we saw what happened. I mean, we saw what happened when people tried to take jurisdictional authority last time. That didn't go well.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was hostile. This wouldn't be a hostile thing.
I think you underestimate the amount of hostility we get already without even doing.
No, I know. The marshals get a ton of shit. My biggest thing, I've been very frustrated. Bongo, I feel like Bongo's got some good ideas too. But that's something that really frustrates me is when people say shit about the marshal. I'm like, bro, at the end of the day, read the legislation. They can do what they fucking want. Like, if you have an issue with what they're doing, go talk to them like human beings and ask them. Like, people had issues with like certain light bars or whatever when there was a couple days where people were patrolling. We had a conversation and you guys were like, yeah, sure. We'll put it on if we're going to be patrolling a little bit. And that was fine. But everybody just wants to bitch and complain instead of actually just talking to somebody and fixing the issue. And that annoys the hell out of me.
Yeah.
And like, obviously there's been certain things that I haven't liked that the marshal's done. But like, for the most part, you guys have been great. You guys are very, there's no issues talking with any of you guys. Like, I really have no idea why people have issues. I don't get it personally.
Yeah, that's the thing is, I think that no matter what, that's going to carry on into whatever new department it's going to be. Listen, I'm not necessarily saying that what you're suggesting is wrong. At the end of the day, there's going to be a new director that's going to take it a new direction, and realistically, that's what we've been waiting for. Really, is to have a director in place to direct the marshals, and not because we've had Weiss who's just done nothing for the past 3 or 4 months, and so we've been just waiting for this director position, and I'm glad it's getting done, but I'll be honest, I ain't happy with how it's been done. So
I kind of agree, actually. I'm with you on that.
Yeah. Because, I mean, Pred's applied. Not necessarily saying he's going to get a vote. He's going to get the votes, but he has
fired
applied.
from the marshals already.
Yeah, he did that. I mean...
My biggest thing... Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
I just want to say, my biggest thing is if I did come in and, if this is something I ended up getting, I don't want to fuck with what's already in place at all. Like, I want people to continue to do what they're doing. The people that have stuck around, I don't want to mess with them at all. And like, I want to make sure that like you and people that have stuck around like are rewarded for that. If I am put in that position, if you're not rewarded with the position your fucking self, which I have been adamant, you know me, that I do believe that you should have been the director 4 months ago.
I'm not putting my name in there at this point. It's just because I said it.
I don't blame you. I get it.
I was talking to Falconer just earlier, and I was like, if they wanted if they wanted me, or they wanted Craig, or they wanted, before we were talking about O'Shea, obviously that's not happening. But if they wanted one of us in the position, then they would have either had another vote, or they would have spoken to us about what they wanted us to do differently. They wouldn't be doing what they're doing right now.
Why? Like, I don't know. Obviously, I'm not part of the justices or the marshals, but why wouldn't they want you? I don't get it.
Apparently, the person who denied, said no, he wouldn't tell us who it was, but one of the 5 that said no, the only one said that they think that I get too invested in investigations, too invested in investigation stuff. The stuff that they referenced was, the plague and everything that's going on with the lighthouse, which I'll be honest, that maybe I can see them being correct in some manner, but for when it's stuff that's threatening the whole state, why wouldn't I be invested? That argument's just beyond me, I'll be honest. But even still, I never got any, whoever that was, I don't know who it was, but I haven't received any kind of feedback or
yeah,
hey,
well, that's my thing too. That's not just, if that is something they had an issue with to begin with, that should, even if that was something to prevent you from director, right? That's something you should have been talked about if they had an issue with it beforehand even.
Yeah,
clearly it's something that he didn't like, or whoever it may have been, they didn't like, and they never said anything to you about it until now. It's kind of silly.
Yeah, it's like
somebody coming for me for a sergeant promotion. I'm like, well, you do this wrong, and then they're like, okay, but you never told that to me. That's fucking dumb.
Yeah. Communication hasn't been the DOJ's strong suit. Let's just say that. The only reason we got an announcement, I think, is because I got a justice come down. It was Murray, because he's the only one who really works. And I was like, what's going on with the director position? We've had the legislation for like a month and a half now. And you said we're going to get a new one. And then like 2 days later, we get that announcement saying we're taking interviews. So I honestly think if I didn't bring it up, it wouldn't have happened. Yeah. I mean, going back to it, if someone like yourself comes in and has the trooper position open, I think you're going to get a lot of people that it's like, oh, look at that new shiny thing. Let me do that. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, I know. I mean, I hope that that's the way it was with the BCSO as well, right? Like, you know, as soon as it opens, obviously this will be even more, I feel like, because it'll be way more.
100%, yeah.
Like, but, you know, everybody wanted it right away. And we're like, you know, it's hard to tell people no, but that's something you need to do as a boss or a leader or as somebody in that position. You got to be able to tell people no. And I mean, I'm not worried about that. I definitely am not, wouldn't accept anybody into it that I wouldn't think would do a great job. Like, there's no, like, how do I put this? There wouldn't be any, like, diversity hires. Everybody would be there for a fucking reason. Like, you know, this is a serious thing. Obviously, you know, we'll have fun, but like, you know, it's a serious fucking place that deals with serious things. There's not going to be any like fucking around when it comes to that.
Oh yeah.
But I get what you mean. I don't know. Do you know everybody that's applied?
I think I've heard from Falconer today. Some people. I mean, he mentioned that you and I think Bell had reached out. You know about Bell?
I did not. Well, I know, of course, I know Bell, but I had no idea that she reached out.
Yeah, I don't know what. I think it might be in the same boat about reaching out like you did, but I mean, Craig Barrett's put his name in the hat. Quentin Quantum apparently, yeah. Yeah. And then Brent. I know, Bongo. Tell me about it.
I mean, Bell's great. Barrett, you know, I have my opinions.
I think Barrett would be the only person out of the list I think would carry on with the current mindset. I'll be honest. I mean, listen, I've had this out with Falconer, and I've questioned because he's the one pushing for these interviews. But my issue with it is, if someone was supposed to be the God King director, they would already be in the marshals, because the person who has to lead has to have accountability at the top of their mind, and that's got to be their goal throughout everything. And if that someone exists, then surely they would already be in the marshals, was my argument.
I mean, I get your argument for sure. My thing is, like, I mean, how many active marshals are there?
There's like 8 or 9 of us, I think.
Okay. If you want my honest opinion, I don't know if the marshals are really like an inviting position to join. Even if people are interested in that kind of work, like right now, like how things have been going, at least from my point of view, it's just not even something people really consider. Even if they want to do investigative work, I think not having a director in place, like, well, I mean, I guess technically they did, but like actually having a vision and like somebody at the top, like pushing that vision, I think has really hurt the marshals. And
100%.
I do get your perspective is they would already be in there, but I don't know if I 100% agree with that. I get what you're saying though.
Yeah, but I think you're only saying that because most cops that would have the same mindset, like, also want to do patrol work. And I think that's probably your reason why you're saying that, because there's not a lot of cops that can just, like, completely remove patrol work from their day and be happy about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's very, very few. But even that, I mean, there's always stuff going on, but, you know, even investigations, there's shit that's, you know, like, obviously there's been these big investigations that have taken up massive amounts of time, right? But, you know, I mean, sometimes there's just not shit going on. And I feel for that, because, I mean, at some point there has to be something for people to do, is my opinion. Like,
Yeah, but that's I think honestly, saying there's nothing going on is a factually incorrect statement because there is literally always an investigation to do. It's just like, for example, there's been like
well,
262.
if there's investigations that, I mean, it's as simple as that.
Go on.
If somebody is a marshal
Mm-hmm.
for investigative purposes, and there is investigations going on, or there is investigations that they can be doing, then that should be the number one priority. There should be no, like, it should be as pretty simple as that.
Yeah, but no. Well, look, sorry. What I'm trying to say is, when you're saying like, if there's sometimes when there's going to be nothing to investigate, and so that's when you'd want to like patrol, for example. But what I'm trying to say is, there's always something to investigate.
No, I agree. If there's always something to investigate, then people should be investigating it. But I do think that having that oversight on the field is important too. That's where I hate calling it the troopers, but I know that's what it sounds like. But that's where the trooper mindset comes in with me. It's more of that patrol overview. It's still an overview position. And again, there wouldn't be many. There wouldn't be 3 troopers on one call or 3 marshals on one call. It shouldn't ever be like that. There shouldn't be more than a handful of marshals ever around like if they're going to be patrolling.
Okay, I'm gonna make a play devil's advocate here, but I think a lot of what you're suggesting, and especially the people you're suggesting, are command material. Like people who've had that experience, they know what they're doing.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Last thing I heard was the people you're suggesting.
Can you hear me now? Cassidy? Bunker, can you hear me yet?
Let me run away. Hold on.
Okay, it's Cassidy. Thanks, Bunker. Hello? Can you hear me now?
Hey.
All right.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Basically, the people I think you're suggesting and what you want from the troopers are basically people who would be fit for like a command position, doing oversight and that kind of thing, and have the experience. But then my question is, is it a good idea to take people who could be good in command out of the county departments?
Well, no, that's why I wouldn't be. Like, that's why I said, like, Bones, like somebody who is, hey, I'll call you back. I'm sorry. I'll call you back. Like, Bones is specifically, I know where, like, me and him are very close, so it doesn't seem odd that I'm picking him. But, like, he's someone that's not around a lot, but knows the job very, very well, and can do everything that needs to be done, but will never hold a command position. He's not going to do that. He doesn't have time to do a full command position. And he wants to help out on just like patrol operations and be able to take over a scene without being a lieutenant or a sergeant and help out where it's necessary, right? That's why I said like people like that, or Viv, who that was another name I brought up, who is somebody who's been hamstrung by the LSPD and doesn't want to leave that, but deserves way more than she's ever been given, and maybe in whatever I'm trying to make, that's something that could be done. And then somebody like Barrick, he's not a cop anymore. He would never join the PD again, but maybe he would for this. Those are the names I want. I wouldn't be grabbing like Ventura. I wouldn't be grabbing like even Bell. I think she should be a sergeant in our department if I'm being real, but I wouldn't be grabbing those people. Maybe like King, but that's an exception because he's special in my opinion.
Yeah.
He's another guy who will not do high command, but he's somebody that is very important.
No, I think King would definitely be someone who would take that kind of position too. It's difficult. I don't know. Because I don't know. Like, I think your direction is going to be very different from like Pred's direction if he gets hired, which is going to be very different to Barrett's direction. So I don't know really.
But I get the apprehension, especially from you, somebody who's given this their all for very long at this point. One
Yeah,
thing
but
I can
I'm
promise though, if it is, sorry, go ahead.
no, I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. I think it's gonna completely depend on what happens. But I think the only thing I know I'm not gonna do is go and, you know, get down on my knees for Daddy DRJ and beg for the job that I was nearly voted in for, when
No,
there
I
could have
get
been
it.
an easier route to go. I think as long as wherever I go, I think as long, or if I stay, whatever, as long as I can keep doing the job I'm doing, then I'll probably be happy. And as long as there's not a blockade in the way, you know what I mean, with the new director, that is like an ex-corrupt mayor or something like that, you know what I mean?
I mean, that would be ridiculous.
Then I should be fine. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Fred heard me. Fred heard me, and he crashed my game. Yeah, I don't know. I think the in-character statement is our character statement is that every person who's applying, I think, is going to have a very different vision of what the marshal should be, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing, man. We'll see. But I think keeping Dark's name out there is more interesting. Oh, for God's sake. I think Troopers have a place. It's very niche. Probably not right now. I think Troopers would have a place if LSPD and BCSO were in a better place than they are. The issue is with Troopers as well, is if you get, I don't know, let's say 10 to 20 troopers hired, then that's going to be 10 to 20 people who have access to the tanks and the sniper rifles. And that's every person you add to that is going to be, you know, an additional person who can fuck things up, and then we get everything removed. That's what I'm worried about, is you increase the amount of people, you increase the possibility of something going very bad, and all the nice toys being ripped away. Be very select people. I think, if I'm thinking like from Dark's POV, I don't think Dark would be particularly happy with Cassidy's direction, but I think he might stick around to see it. To see it kind of fold out, you know? Get a read of it. I think you need another department that does the same thing as BCSO. I mean, that's, yeah, that's kind of what Dark was saying, but I think the taking over scenes kind of idea is just, it's a difficult string to pull on. Barrett get heat for using the sniper. Heat, I don't know whether is the right word, but everything's kind of changing with the sniper stuff anyway. I'll be honest, it wasn't just Barrett's fault, it was Weiss as well. Because it was kind of Weiss and Barrett. I think it was mainly Weiss who gave Barrett the direction that he can deploy in a situation like that. But that was like a conversation that didn't include Dark whatsoever, because Dark would not have said yes to that. Yeah, that's the thing with, like, you know, you look at Cassidy, he's very, he's got a good head on his shoulders. You know? So that's why, like, if anybody like that came in, Dark would at least hear him out. And Cassidy's clearly already open to having a conversation. Who else did I say was on the list there? Craig, Quinton, and Pred. I'll be honest. That's just like the big no-no. That's not going to be good. Belle, I don't know enough about Belle. I'm about to impeach her wife, so I don't think she's going to be happy with that. I need to run to the loo really quick. Alright, back. I don't want to jinx it, but we haven't had a lot of pesto chicken man stuff recently. Kind of spooking me out. Oh, Toby's away. Hey, Bongo. I'm gonna talk to Edgar while he's on house arrest. I think it'll be interesting. I'm gonna try and come around tonight. Oh, there he is. Yeah, I'm sorry about him, Bongo. Got one of those devices to listen in? I got a scratch on my fucking screen. Oh no, never mind. We're good. Should listen in. I also want to try and one day this week. Yeah, okay. Make sure I fell asleep.
You're right, man.
Nah, I'm tired. I'm tired, man. I'm tired, boss.
Well, I mean, one thing I wanted to
say
say is, regardless of anything, like I said, I have no idea what's gonna happen. If this is something that I end up getting, one thing that I promise is that you will be rewarded for all your hard work and the stuff that people have worked on, and that will not be trampled with. Everything that you guys have done and built will not be fucked with. Obviously, I have my own ideas, and certain things will change, I'm sure, but the last thing I want to do is go in there and just start trampling over everybody that's put so much time and effort into it already and start like fucking with them completely. That is the complete opposite of what I want to do.
No, I know you. Listen, you got a good head on your shoulders. I don't doubt that you'd give it your all and that kind of thing. I think, yeah, I think we just got to see what happens really, and go from there. Like, I wouldn't. Like, if you got hired as a director, I ain't just gonna like hand in my resignation. I'll at least stick around and see what you got planned and that kind of thing. And just kind of get a feel for everything. You know, I mean, Predge talked about, you know, he'd come in and direct, he'd fire everybody, pretty much apart from me. And, you know, I've told him that it's not something I want. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you know, obviously, I'd appreciate it if you stuck around. Obviously, there's